The second full house at Anfield in 4 days. Hodgson, who drops to substitute. Ronnie Whelan has recovered from the knee injury which forced him to leave the field in the first half on Wednesday. This is the team which fought so well at Old Trafford in the FA Cup and beat Southampton on Tuesday when one of the scorers was Kevin Sheedy. Everton have won only one of the last 22 league meetings between the two Merseyside clubs. Well, Dalglish already has had 4 very good touches. What a good ball in, rushes there! And somehow Arnold held on. There was no flag for offside and the Everton defence was caught asleep. Dalglish played the ball in and Rush looked certain to add to the 4 he got against Everton earlier in the season. But he struck the ball at the goalkeeper, who somehow hung on for dear life. And now Sheedy for Everton. Oh, it was missed by Lawrence and he's through the centre. Through against Grobbelaar and misses. What a chance for Everton and Adrian Heath. It was an unusual error by Mark Lawrenson. The ball ran under his foot, it seemed, and Heath was clean through. Now, Everton have not been taking their chances very well of late, and Heath will reflect on that. Something very special indeed. McMahon going in strongly with Whelan, hooked on by Sharp. Turned away by Sheedy, out to Bailey. Hansen. It's going to come to McMahon. Being watched today by the England manager, one of a number of young players who've come through the under-21 ranks. And the England manager is watching his very first Merseyside derby. There's some Everton supporters mingling there on the right-hand side with the Liverpool fans. Stevens, Heath's coming in, it might fall for Sheedy. Phil Neal covering for Sammy Lee. Bailey, oh, and Sharp nearly on the end of it. Well, Bailey had the shot, but there was an anxious moment there for Liverpool when Sheedy came in on the cross. He beat Lee, but Neal was there, and there's already been a fair amount of incident. Ratcliffe knocks the corner flag out of its position, and also Craig Johnston takes a tumble. And I think that's all in good Merseyside humour, although he's got a background far different from this part of the world, Craig Johnston. The flag meantime has fallen over again, and Sammy Lee, who is a Merseysider, is enjoying a bit of banter with the crowd and the linesman. All good fun. Here's Neal. Driven rush when they're at their best. McMahon and onside Irving. What a chance for Everton. Kennedy did well to catch him. Oh, what a drive by Richardson. Brilliantly saved by Grobbelaar. Kevin Richardson, a Geordie playing in the Merseyside derby, brings the best out of the Rhodesian goalkeeper. The ball turned in by Sheedy, and Everton are having a good spell. McMahon. Sheedy in, and Higgins had stayed forward. Foul rather, by Higgins. But the Liverpool defence caught square now, 3 times in the first half. Well played by Bailey. Couldn't pass it back. Lawrenson's given it away. Sheedy wants to put Irvin through. And they've made those Liverpool defenders turn and work, running back towards their own goal, have Everton. So, coming to the end of the first half, it's been absorbing. But Howard Kendall's tactics have worked, and his team's tenacity has played a big part in restraining Liverpool, and also with some good balls from the middle of the field, opening up the Liverpool defence on a couple of occasions when Everton may well feel they should have scored. Having said that, there were chances too at the other end, and the derby match, as always, has got plenty of incident. Little bow there from Bruce Grobbelaar, who always has an amusing exchange with the Everton supporters on derby day. So Liverpool, beaten only 3 times in league matches this season, are attacking the Kop in the second half, but it's become a good week for Everton Football Club up to now. See if it continues. First team and reserves have both had wins, and their youth team look like reaching the final of the FA Youth Cup. And certainly their pride in the first Stevens. And again they've released one of the front players, Sharp. Knocked it back to Irvine. Sheedy's in the centre. That's Stevens' cross. Heath, McMahon. Driven by Dalglish, and it just caught the top of the goal. He really is capable of providing the unexpected from all sorts of positions. Driven right across, and it must have just clipped the top of the bar, I think, as it went over. Heath, offside. Sharp. Kenny Dalglish, who missed the midweek match because of a virus, now needs attention for a nasty cut. So, play resumes with Alan Kennedy on the ball. Whelan. Dalglish. Rush has made a good run. He's onside. And Rush, well saved by Arnold. He needed Richardson at the end. But Ian Rush, coming in from the angle, brought the best out of a goalkeeper who's been hurt making the save. Jim Arnold now has twice foiled Rush at virtually point-blank range. But in making that save, he finished up flat out and possibly concussed. Alan Ainscough, warming up for Everton, hasn't played in their team for 6 months. They're anxious on that bench, Howard Kendall and Mick Heaton, because if the goalkeeper's hurt to the point where he can't carry on, it could turn the match completely. And the stretcher is being called for. Still checking to see if he's all right. And they're taking the stretcher away. Well, that's a brave decision by Jim Arnold and possibly by Howard Kendall, who wasn't slow to go across and work out whether or not to take the goalkeeper off. Now, can Everton keep the ball away from Arnold while he recovers? Richardson. Flag was up for offside there. A referee again placed an advantage. But these now are testing moments for Everton. They'll have to try and keep the play away from the goalkeeper as long as possible. They're doing that by trying to get Heath through. And Howard Kendall making his way back to his seat. And Lee gets Liverpool going. Dalglish against Ratcliffe. And Dalglish is penalised. Irvine hobbling after being involved in a block tackle in the midfield, and Liverpool will make the substitution. Graham Souness has gone off and David Hodgson has come on. Souness has obviously taken a knock just behind, possibly there on the leg. Kennedy and Hodgson, having come on, is playing on the left for the moment. Whelan. Kennedy. Driven low, Rush nearly got a foot to it. Will it come again to Whelan? It will. Rush is in there with the goalkeeper. And can Johnston drive one? And no, elbows won't be given. Hodgson drove it, but the referee was right on the spot. And he decided that a Liverpool player was impeding his opponent and has not allowed a goal. Alan Ainscough, who had a spell on loan at Barnsley, makes his first Everton appearance for 6 months in place of the injured Alan Irvine. So both subs on now. Ainscough, forward by Neil, and here's a chance for Hodgson. Hodgson's shot, but from that angle it was always hopeful. And on the third row up there, Jock Stein, with a piece of yellow paper in his hand, is finalising his squad for the forthcoming match against Switzerland. Scotland manager Hansen. Whelan pushing on through the inside left position, leaving Rush free to take the wider role. Lee. Now they've switched. Whelan. Lee again. Kennedy. And Kennedy against Stevens. That's a tussle which the Liverpool man has won for the moment. Whelan. Lee. Dalglish. Hodgson. Possibilities perhaps for the black flick, and Dalglish is in here. What a save by the goalkeeper, who nearly went off the field. The player has got a cut over his left eye, cut in and had the shot, and the goalkeeper has been kicked in the mouth, responded with a flying save. And he comes again, and Rush is in there. But Jim Arnold will be making a few headlines, I fancy, on Merseyside again this weekend, as he did last week at Manchester United. Kennedy. Rush. And Kennedy goes again. Rush. Here's Dalglish. Tucks it back. Whelan drives. The player in the way was Higgins. Kennedy. Dalglish. Goal kick. Goal kick. Good decision. Referee superbly placed. Neil Midgley has come through this Merseyside derby with as much credit as the players. Kevin Richardson had a useful match for Everton. After all, their players have demonstrated an awful lot of passion this afternoon. Referee's checked his watch again, deep into injury time, and Everton have regained some pride on Merseyside. Jim Arnold, who got a kick in the mouth, responding extremely well when it looked as though he might have had to have gone off, but Everton only the second team to prevent Liverpool from scoring here this season. They've ended Liverpool's run of 11 consecutive league wins at Anfield, and although Liverpool's position at the top can't in any way be affected, they'll look back, I suppose, on a match when they had the greater share of play, but when they had to settle for 1 point rather than 3.